and welcome back to Grace.Filled Reads. Hi guys, I am so excited to be able to share this book with you. It was hard to keep it a surprise. It was hard not to share ahead of time, but I am on the book launch for Toni Shallow, and this is her book that is released now, and so it's now available, and I want to encourage you to pick it up. You guys know that I am a fan of hers. These opinions are all my own. I wasn't paid or anything like this. I was gifted this copy, but you guys know I have read 6 or 7 of her books, and I love her. So this was such a great book. It's called Her Christmas Redemption by Toni Shallow. There is a special subscriber that I have that watches my channel, and she shared with me that she is blind and she loves it when I read the synopsis of the books, and that touched my heart in such a sweet way. It's a really small one, so I'm going to read the synopsis of this book. I'm going to bring you along as I did a small vlog where I just shared a few thoughts here and there, no real spoiler alerts, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end. So can she find a second chance on a town's holiday wish list? Organizing her church's Christmas Wishes program is the perfect start to Vivian Dupree's new life, one without the shame of her recent mistakes. But as she grows closer to co-coordinator Michael Wood, she's even more determined to keep her past hidden. Together, they can give joy to their small town. But when Michael discovers her secret, will he be willing to grant Vivian's holiday wish forgiveness? So, I will say that one of the things that I did not like was how, and it's nothing to do with the book, but the characters, how people are so quick to judge you and not give you a second chance, and not even hear you out or hear the things you have to say or the reasoning behind it or anything like that. They have their preconceived notation and they don't want to hear anything else. And I don't like that, because as Christians, as followers of Christ, as followers of the truth, as followers of Yeshua HaMashiach, it's our responsibility to love the fallen. And so we're the people that the fallen and the broken and those who have troubled past and those who have shame for mistakes should be running to, not running from. We shouldn't be sending them away crying and sad and all those things. We should be welcoming them with hugs and smiles. So I just challenge you to evaluate and examine your relationships and ask yourself, am I pushing people away or am I attracting people? But let's see some of my thoughts while I was reading this book. So welcome back to Grace.Filled Reads. Tonight I am not in the dining room or in my bedroom. I am in my office / library and just relaxing in my chair. I've got the diffuser going, and I thought that I would just chat with you guys for a while as I read through this book. So you guys that are new here, again, welcome. And for you guys who are returning, you know how I do things. My book reviews are very informal, and it's very much me late at night just sharing my thoughts about the book. Sometimes I give a little bit of tea. Typically, it's just things that I feel add value to the book and just add value to your life and correlations, maybe between the book or our life, but we just never know. So let's just hop right into it. I'm so excited because I love me some Toni Shallow. Okay, so I am on about page 35, and I am almost close to chapter 4 at this point, and we're just meeting a few characters, pretty much 3 in particular. We have the main character, Vivian, who's just moved to this new town. We have the lady that she is replacing, and we have the owner of the place that she is renting. And oh my goodness, first of all, his farmhouse sounds like a dream, the way she describes it. And I absolutely love that he has all these little tiny houses out there. They sound absolutely amazing. I actually wanted to live in a tiny house, and I actually even wanted to do like some RV living and all that. You guys know I'm a camper. So it's just setting up really pretty. It's just a really quick, short, fun read. It's not really heavy. It's not really extremely funny. We're just setting up some background, and we're just being able to see into the personalities, um, you know, of Vivian and Michael. We're just kind of seeing, we're kind of figuring out how Vivian got where she's at now. And we're kind of understanding how Michael is feeling and how he's handling things. And I'm going to just say that that's all I'm going to say right now, I think. Um, he did make her breakfast, and she is venturing out to try something new. And we're going to leave it at that. I just wanted to point out that I think this is so cute, like with the mom pa shop, with the restaurant. This is in Arkansas. It's just such a beautiful small town, cozy, loving, family-oriented, welcome, how are you vibe that this book portrays and gives off. And I'm super excited about that. I mean, there obviously is more to read, but I did just want to note that out. They have like this list where they choose and nominate people who are deserving of a gift, of a wish, if you will. And it's just really interesting to see the process of who's getting picked, who's on the list, and I am enjoying the book so far. Okay, so we see them take a basket to one person who was on the list, and that was really sweet, as well as Vivian getting to meet some of the people in the neighborhood, being able to meet Michael's brothers. That was really cool. And now she's got to go to the tree lot and cut down her first Christmas tree. She's never had a real tree before, and this is her first time cutting one and decorating one, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And they're just, again, recalling memories and telling stories, and it's sweet. Okay, so Vivian's parole officer comes to visit, and I won't go into details of that, but I'll say, as I always say, we have to be so careful with like how we judge people and things like that. And so I love in the end how he's like, yeah, I didn't think that you'd be doing so well, but I'm really happy that you are. That made me feel really well. And also, Vivian is making cookies, and she's never made cookies before. And, you know, it really just kind of makes you think about all the nostalgic things that people take for granted, or that maybe you take for granted. And like, I feel like this book kind of reminds you of all the small blessings. Like, there's some family drama on both sides, and like the small things like baking cookies. Like for my family, I love to make breads and cookies, particularly cakes and pies. I love baking, so that's more of my thing. But it's like things like that that we don't take for granted, but that seem like smaller things for us. Just remembering that that's not a small thing for everybody, and that everybody has not experienced that. Vivian was the only child. Michael has 3 siblings. Life as a family of 4, or life as a family of 6, compared to life as a family of 3. They're just so totally different. So I'm just loving like all the perspectives. I'm loving all the first. I'm just loving seeing all the interactions. I'm loving they are continuing to take gifts and donate and bless so many people, and people are really just being blessed with the love of Christ. And so I am loving that. The siblings have all got together, and they had a fun time. They're getting ready for church. Vivian is just uncovering more of her feelings and just her life, and so is Michael. And they had an issue, or Michael had an issue with the tenants, but they're just so cute. It's just so fun. And oh, I know I keep saying like so cute and fun, but you know, it's like a story that's like an onion, just peeling back layers and layers. Again, it's just such a light read. And I am actually over halfway done. Yeah, I'm over halfway done it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. This book talks a lot about the other side of decisions, because sometimes we make decisions and we second guess them and we question them, and they sometimes, not sometimes, when we make a decision, it does impact and affect our lives. And so I like that we get to see that being dived into with this topic, with this book, just seeing like the other side of a decision. Because sometimes we think when we make a decision like, oh, it's only me, it only affects me. And I feel like in this book, we're able to see how the decisions that one makes affects the others, and not just in a bad way, but in a good way as well. I haven't given away the spoilers, but we see Vivian's, how her one bad mistake has impacted her family, her relationship with her family. But we also see, how one decision can impact people as well, as far as them, going through this list and just giving everybody gifts and bringing joy and love and just making everybody happy. And so it's just really good to see how decisions, good or bad, really impact our lives and the lives of those around us. So everyone is headed to church, and we're going to see what happens next. Like, I'm all mushy. Oh, so this is too much, CJ mumbled, tears tracking down his face. Surely others need to be gifted more than us. He's crying. No, I am too. Oh, I'm not ready. It's nothing wrong with crying, but my heart right here, it's just like. One of the things that I want to point out in this book and all of Tony's books is the characters are always praying. And so I love here that Michael is praying, like we've seen throughout the books, where Vivian is praying as well. But there is something about a man praying, honey. And if you don't have your praying man, if you're not married to him, you might want to keep on looking for a different man. I'm just trying to tell you. Because a good man should be able to lead his family in prayer, lead his wife in prayer, cover his wife with prayer, cover his girlfriend with, cover his friend with prayer. And so if the person you are interested in does not have a good prayer life, honey, bye-bye, that ain't it. Keep moving. That's some advice for free that will be very helpful to you, okay? Speaking of praying, Michael prays, and then right after he prays, he sees an elk. An elk. Okay, so those are my thoughts while I was reading the book at nighttime. And actually, I read this entire book in one setting because it was a smaller book and it was so easy to do. It's about 215 pages. I love the characters. I love the small town setting. I love the faith. I love all of the prayers that were involved. I love the forgiveness, the redemption. I love the happy ending. This book made me smile a lot. I loved all of the first time baking the cookies, and the first time with gingerbread, and all the things that are nostalgic to a lot of people around the winter season. So I did love all of that. Every single bit. Tony has a way with her books that's just amazing. And this is why, for sure, she is absolutely my top Christian romance authors. I absolutely love her, and I look forward to all her other books. And speaking of, I do have another review that's up on another one of her books that I've done already. And you can look at my playlist because this book review has already been released before this video, or it'll be released after the video. But either way, you want to hear my thoughts on this and you want to come take the journey along with me. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And oh wait, I have to tell you something. The reason I brought this book out is because, again, I do have maybe 6 or 7 of her books. And so I think that soon I will be doing maybe a top 5 of her books. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'm just letting you know first. I will be giving away a copy of this book during that video where I talk about all of Tony Shallow's books that I own and what I think about them. You get to know. I will be giving away this copy. So make sure that you head on over and grab a copy of this book. I will put her website below. She is over on Instagram. You can follow her there. This is the Love Inspired, and you guys know I love these Love Inspired books, and they are just absolutely amazing. And the best part is these books don't break the bank. Like $6.50. They are less than $10. They are less than a combo. They're probably around the same price as a really nice cup of coffee. So this is definitely something that I suggest. So if you haven't already, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you give me some pink hearts in the comments, because you guys know I love all of that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another video, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, read another book and blessings.